I'm Jeanette from Growth Unlimited, and today we're talking about, are you a people pleaser? You know, being a people pleaser can be a very detrimental thing for you. So let's talk a little bit about what people pleasers are. Why do people become people pleasers? Typically, a people pleaser has the intense need to please and care for other people. And that's deeply rooted in either a fear of rejection or a fear of failure in their own lives. That fear of rejection is the underlying feeling that if I don't do everything I can to make this person happy, they might leave or stop caring for me. Fear of rejection can come from early relationships in your life, and in which love was conditional, or in which you were rejected and abandoned by an important person in your life. Fear of failure is the underlying feeling that if I make a mistake, I will disappoint people or I'll be punished. Fear of failure can arise from early experiences with severe punishment or even small mistakes. People who have highly critical parents may develop a people-pleasing pattern. Early experiences with harsh criticism or punishment can lead to a significant anxiety upon attempting a task. Even though the person who provided the abuse early in your life may no longer be in your life, we still have a tendency to grab onto those things and maintain those old feelings. Okay, there are 5 pretty bad consequences for being a people pleaser. People pleasers have a tendency to neglect themselves. They take very little time to take care of their own health. The efforts that they spend taking care of other people takes up all that time they need to be active, to de-stress, plan healthy meals, do other things that are healthy for them. As a result, they can be more prone to health problems. If you're a people pleaser, your heart's in the right place. Wanting to take care of other people is not a bad thing. And if more people had a little bit of what you have, the world would be a better place. However, if you can't do this thing more at the expense of yourself, you need to have balance in your life. Consider that taking care of yourself makes you better equipped to take care of other people by giving you the energy and vitality to do it even better than you're able to do right now. Imagine if you were driving a Red Cross truck delivering food and water to hurricane victims. If you were in such a hurry to get to every single victim that you didn't stop once in a while to refuel that truck, eventually you'd be stalled on the side of the road helping no one. Think of the time that you put into yourself, into exercise, into de-stressing and eating healthy. Are you refueling yourself? Okay, the second thing, people pleasing can cause passive aggression and or resentment. Over time, as you're doing things to please other people, you will find that you are suppressing anger and frustration in that process. And that anger and frustration can turn into passive aggression. When you make sharp comments, you crack sarcastic jokes, or make subtle actions that let a little of your negative feelings seep out, that's kind of passive aggressive. If you do things halfway instead of doing them fully, also passive aggressive. What gets worse is that mounting resentment is the biggest destroyer of relationships in our society. Communicating your feelings is the only way to avoid resentment, although it requires taking the risk that the other person might not be happy to hear that you're upset, and they may not want to take responsibility for what has upset you. The outcome doesn't matter nearly as much as the fact that you spoke up for yourself. Speaking up also puts people on notice that they will be informed when they've done something that's upsetting. This alone will make people tread more lightly. Okay, next. Being a people pleaser reduces the ability to enjoy other people and activities. You know, it is when you're constantly focused on making somebody else happy, you have a tendency to rob yourself from the things that you need to do to be happy yourself. And if you're focused heavily on the satisfaction of somebody else, then your life seems a little bit more empty. Your level of engagement in an activity or person is impossible to hide. As you get tired and you back off away from the situation, what message are you sending by being present but not involved? Being present but disengaged is not better than being absent. By attending less frequently and recharging yourself, you will get more enjoyment from being involved when you choose to be involved. Okay, next. Being a people pleaser can cause stress and depression. The definition of stress is having more demands than you can handle. People pleasing can turn into a vicious cycle of chronic stress and unhealthy behaviors. If you have the constant feeling like you're too busy and doing everything for everyone but yourself, you might be stuck in this cycle. And finally, being a people pleaser leaves you in a position of being taken advantage of. By always saying yes to requests for favors, people may begin to take advantage of your kindness and by asking for more than is reasonable. Even worse, you can be the target of people who want to exploit you because they will quickly see that you can't say no and they'll take as much as they can from you. Even people who are generally not exploitative will take advantage because they don't realize that you're overtaxing yourself and you have difficulty understanding where your boundaries are because you haven't set any. Either way, requests from other people will become overwhelming. We teach people how to treat us by the behavior that we accept or reject from them. If somebody takes advantage of you, it's only their fault one time. After that, it's your fault for not teaching them differently. So learn to set boundaries. Learn to set limits on yourself. As I tell my clients, when you set a boundary, you are not controlling the other person. You are controlling yourself. You are stating what you are going to do. And then what they do is up to them. Hey, check out being a people pleaser. Is it serving you the way you want it to? Is this something you want in your life? Or is it time to start taking a look at what needs to happen so that you can actually provide the kind of service you will provide to others? In future videos, we're going to be talking about how being a people pleaser can actually negatively affect the people that you're trying to please. And I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear what you think about what we talked about today and how you feel what your experience has been in being a people pleaser and what you plan to do, to whether you plan to continue it or whether you plan to do something to gain a little bit more distance. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.
Growth Unlimited's mission is to help you have your life your way. We want to help you take control of your life so that you live the life you've dreamed of, that you deserve. We have a proprietary program that helps you do just that. Check us out by visiting our website and take our free assessment to see how we can help you.